Hey everyone, we are back. It is Wednesday, and that means it's New Comic Book Day. Now, in the interest of time, because we bought a shit ton of comics today, we're only going to review 3. First, we're going to review Secret Wars number 3. Now, I don't know, this Secret Wars, at least the main story of Secret Wars, unlike Convergence, it seems like they're spending a lot of time with exposition and less time with action.
Yeah, there's a lot more story because, like this one here, I'm unconfused. The last issue, I was a little confused on what all was going on and how everything. But this one here, it like explained everything. Now I'm not confused at all.
It seems like they're using the main Secret Wars to explain the scenario, and they're using like the little offshoots, you know, like Secret Wars 2099 and Years of Future Past and those things to tell the little side stories.
Yeah.
So whereas Convergence, it was like all action and such little amount of story that it was like, what the hell is going on? In Secret Wars, it's like, oh my god, so many words, but there's no confusion.
Yeah. And I kind of like that. I mean, you have one comic, and yeah, it's very wordy, nothing really happens, but it ties into all of these other comics, and all this stuff happens there.
Yeah.
So you still get the action, you just have to read an extra comic for it.
Yeah, which I'm totally fine with.
Yeah.
Now, speaking of the extra comic, this week we read Years of Future Past, and this was amazing.
Yeah, it was really good.
Yeah. It's, of course, if you've seen or you've read the Days of Future Past, you know, humankind has passed the Mutant Registration and Control Act or whatever it was called, and the Sentinels are around. So on Battle World, there's a little segment where, you know, Robert Kelly is president and the Mutant Registration and Control Act is passed, and the Sentinels are rounding up all the mutants, and there's very, very few mutants left, and it's all that future story. You know, you don't get the Kitty Pryde going back in time story, and rather than Kitty Pryde, we're getting Chrissy Pryde.
Yes.
Or Christina Pryde. She does not like being called Chrissy.
Yeah.
So Kitty Pryde and Colossus have a daughter. Her name is Chrissy, and she is a mutant and is just discovering her powers. Don't want to spoil it too much. Mm-hmm. But their plan is to. It's hard to explain. Their plan is to save mutant kind by saving Robert Kelly.
Yes. They figure if Chrissy is the one who saves it, like a mutant who has never known anything but the harsh treatments of the camps, if she still saves him after all of that, then it will somehow get humanity to revoke the act.
Right. And that is the very high level what this story is. I don't want to get very, very spoilery, but yeah, if you're reading Marvel and you're reading Secret Wars and you haven't checked out Years of Future Past yet, seriously check it out. It's really, really good. I'm happy with that one. And the third one we read, Groot number 1, and this was so much fun. I loved Groot.
Yeah, Groot. It's a very fun and funny comic.
The art is very cartoony, which is fine.
Which kind of works for it. Yeah,
oh, absolutely.
Totally
for the tone of the comic, the cartoon feel of and look of it.
It's
totally
very
fine.
like silly cartoon.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because Groot looks just adorable and silly.
And and Rocket, you know, he's the same wisecracking Rocket we know from the film. Which I don't really know that much about Guardians of the Galaxy in the comic book. I know it from the film, and that's basically it. You know, I was familiar with it before, but didn't really read it. But it's, oh my gosh, it was such a good comic.
It's very funny.
I'm excited for reading Groot. But high level story: Groot wants to visit Earth because he's never really been there. They've gone, they've shot at some people, but he's never really visited and seen the sights. So him and Rocket are hitchhiking to Earth. And it's basically a road trip story in the first comic, and it was just really, really fun. The art was really fun, and I'm excited to see more of this comic because it's just enjoyable.
I concur.
Now, we did purchase some other comics today. If you are interested in reviews for those, see, what did we get today? We got Princess Leia and
Star Wars,
Darth Vader. We got Airboy number 1. It's a new comic from Image that looks pretty interesting. And I'm not really sure. I guess it's about these two comic creators who get there's I think they're kind of just fed up with the industry, but they get tasked with kind of rebooting Golden Age comics, and it follows them around. And like I said, I don't really know that much about it, but I'm looking forward to reading it. It looks more literary than your usual comics. So that can be fun.
Action Comics.
Action Comics number 41. This the first post-Convergence comic that we picked up. Superman, he's losing his powers. He's been outed by Lois Lane. Clark Kent is Superman. I guess she's kind of blown the whistle on him. So I'm not sure. I wanted to pick this up because I wanted to know if I'm going to hate it or not. That's really the only reason. And I know you were really disappointed today because none of your indies really came out.
None of my independent comics came out last week or this week, so I had nothing. Well, I mean, I have Princess Leia and Groot, but I mean, none of my independent comics came out, so I have no independents to read.
Yeah, because you really enjoyed it, Lady Mechanica. You were
I love Lady Mechanica and The Dead and the Dying and Witches. Witches is really good.
WYTCHES.
Super good. You should read it.
Oh, Southern Cross.
Southern Cross. Southern Cross is really freaking good too. Those are probably my two favorite right now.
And of course, we're reading Saga, and we're waiting for that one. Comes out next week. All right. I really hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you want to see us review any other comics, just let us know in the comments. If you've read any of the comics that we've read and reviewed in this video, feel free, discuss it with us in the comments. We really enjoy talking to you guys.
Yes. And don't forget to comment, like, and subscribe. And on Fridays, we do a Topic of the Week video, and we need topics for that. So if you have an idea, put it in the comments below. We will look through all of them and choose the one that we think we can make the best video for. It doesn't have to be comic book related. It can be anything that you want. Just whatever floats your boat.
Thank you very much for watching. We will see you next time.